to let you pray and resilience all the out. Let you pray for the world at this time with the power of grace. This is the brand of the giving growth. Really against all odds. Our congregation is the voice of people in this life. Our congregation is the voice of the people you pray. As you say in the same voices, I tell you that food, medical supplies, and even boots, shoes, and gloves for their affairs. Today, there are 14 million people pledged to be fed, roughly the population of Ontario. Without more police services, helping those displaced people trying to escape war. Today, we're celebrating this afternoon, we are starting a refugee health drive to aid the primarily women and children fleeing this vicious war. Thank you for your support. Joining us today are the children's choir, John Deere from the Ukrainian Youth Association, President Crash. Well, Virginia.
Check 1 2 check. Check 1 2. Check. Check, check, check 1, 2. Getting this mic check. Toronto Maple Leafs and London Majors.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's have a great hand for the player for representing the Ukraine. Thank you very much for being with us on this very special day, and a great job, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the 54th season of Toronto Maple Leaf baseball at Dominico Field at Christie Hills. It also marks the first time the Dominicos are not with us. In November of 2008, Lynn Dominico passed away, and in January, Jack Dominico, longtime owner and patriarch of this franchise, passed away. If you notice, our flags at center field are at half-mast, and they will remain at half-mast throughout the season to honor Jack and Lynn. We also will never forget Jack and Lynn, and the Toronto Maple Leaf Baseball Club felt it was very important to honor them properly by making sure their presence is always in this ballpark, and it will be. Gathering around the second base area now are this year's version of the Toronto Maple Leafs, as we unveil a very special banner that will hang in center field. As you know, the Toronto Maple Leaf Baseball Club is supported by great sponsors and the dedication of this community, and we have advertising banners throughout our ballpark. Jack will be proud to see them back up. But we wanted to reserve one as a very special memento to the great Jack and Lynn Dominico for everything they have done for Christie Hills. I'd like the Leafs now to please unveil the banner, a great picture of Jack and Lynn Dominico as they walk out to center field. And ladies and gentlemen, how about we stand and applaud Jack and Lynn Dominico. Now, ladies and gentlemen, there they are, Jack and Lynn Dominico, immortalized on our center field fence for the 2022 Erie County baseball season. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be underway with today's ball game in about 10 minutes. The defending inter-county baseball champion London Majors and your Toronto Maple Leafs will have the starting lineups and the ceremonial first pitch coming up shortly. Thank you for being with us.
You don't have a roster for London, do you?
I don't have anything. You have?
I have ours.
Can you send me a picture?
Yeah.
Do you have the lineup?
Yeah. Ryan just sent me like a picture of the lineup.
What's your phone number?
I don't have one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll come just take a picture, maybe.
I can email it to you.
Sure.
What's your email?
Thomas West at vianet.ca.
Okay.
BIANET
THOMAS.
Yeah, West
West.
at Vianet. BIANET.ca. Thanks.
.com.
CA.
See ya.
Welcome to another season of Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. Thomas West here, and we're just about underway here for the first pitch of the 2022 IBL season. Chris McQueen is the batter for the London Majors, and the first pitch right down the middle for a strike from Marek Deska. Deska, the longest-serving Toronto Maple Leaf pitcher since pre-2010. Spent his entire IBL career here. Chris McQueen is a speedy leadoff hitter. Good defense, and if he gets on base, he can be dangerous. Spent most of the year hitting in the 8-9 hole for the London Majors last year. This team winning the IBL championship. Deska's pitch is hit on the ground to second base, a throw on to first. That's Jordan Castaldo standing in the air for another season for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and that's the first out of the 2022 IBL season. Marek Deska is a strike thrower as he delivers one inside. 1-0 to Austin Wilkie. Austin Wilkie's playing center field today as one's hit on the ground to John Salazzo. Throw on to first, and quickly 2 away for the 34-year-old veteran Marek Deska. Marek Deska put up a 6.26 ERA in the playoffs last year, 5.17 in the regular season. It's 3-1 in the regular season, appeared in 8 games. 5 of those were starts. Deska's pitch hits Cleveland Brownlee, and he's aboard. A lot of people were wondering whether or not the London legend Cleveland Brownlee was going to be back for another year, and he is, and he's on base. Brownlee doesn't have a whole lot of speed, but he did leg out a double in a really important Game 4 of the IBL Finals with the Toronto Maple Leafs Baseball Club. Their championship hopes on the line, and had an RBI double against Dustin Richardson in the 10th inning to tie the game. Maple Leafs would end up winning that game and then losing in London. They took this team to all 5 games of the IBL Finals. The pitch is just outside. One and one as Marek Deska delivers a strike. Batter's Robert Mullen, 25-year-old from Panama. Mullen has spent the beginning of his career as an MLB prospect, but now here trying to continue his development with the London Majors. Anytime you can have that kind of professional experience behind the plate, that's something really important in the IBL. He'll be able to captain the defense from the young age of 25. Mullen pops one in the air. This could be a tough play. Wind blowing left to right and making the catch. And the Toronto Maple Leafs, we go to the bottom of the first inning, still 0-0 between Bottom of the first inning, Owen Boone, the pitcher for the London Majors, overtook Pedro de los Santos last year for that ace role in this London Majors organization. Greg Carrington, newcomer to the Toronto Maple Leafs this year, is a leadoff batter, and he takes one in there for a strike. The one-strike pitch to Carrington from Boone, swinging a ball fouled off left side into the hillside. Carrington is playing center field today for the Toronto Maple Leafs, the position that Connor Lewis occupied last year. McQueen fouls it off, and it's making Owen Boone work here in his first inning. Two strikes on Carrington. Boone's pitch is just outside. Check swing. Did he go? No, says the third base umpire. So the count's 2-2 on Carrington. The 2-2 is up high. Full count now on Greg Carrington. This is the 53rd year of Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. The organization trying to move in a new direction, but honoring the one that late owner Jack Domenico, who passed away last year. Had a pre-game ceremony for him before the game. Maple Leafs coach Damon Topley was talking to Roger Lajoie on the Fan 590, and Damon said Jack was a legend here with the Maple Leafs. This ball is popped up left field. This could be trouble. It's in foul territory, and coming over and making an excellent catch is the left fielder for the London Majors. It's Taylor Wright out there in left field. That's Starling Joseph, should say, in left field. Jordan Castaldo, the two-hole hitter for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and then Justin Mara, who is in a battle for the Triple Crown with Garrett Takamatsu last year, is on deck. Mara has a ton of power. So does Castaldo. Castaldo's been in the Inter-County Baseball League for a long time, and boy, oh boy, does he ever have a ton of success helping the Barrie Baycats to 6 consecutive championships in the 2000s. Boone's pitch to Castaldo. Swinging a ball, hit left side, going back to the wall. That one's going to drop in fair territory and bang up against the wall. Jordan Castaldo will cruise into second base, and the first hit of the year on the IBL goes to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and who else but Jordan Castaldo. Consistently a 300 hitter wherever he goes. He's 1 for 1 in this young IBL season. Jordan Castaldo also won the Triple Crown back in 2019 with the Barrie Baycats. That was the first year before the pandemic.
Batting third, catcher, number 9, Justin Mara.
Justin Mara, the former 15th round draft pick of the Chicago Cubs back in 2011. Spent quite a few seasons here with the Toronto Maple Leafs, and most of them behind the plate as their back catcher. Same thing today. Pitch is low from Owen Boone. No balls, or 1 ball, no strikes. Justin Mara never made it past single A ball in the Chicago Cubs affiliate organization. But that's not for a lack of hitting or power, as this one's fouled off 1-1 to Mara. Justin Mara has a ton of power in the bat. It's for a high average as well. Former league MVP winner as well for the Toronto Maple Leafs. The righty delivers to the lefty Mara and puts one just up high. Mara had a career-high 16 home runs in the 2016 season. Probably looking to surpass that this year. Extended season in the IBL. Pitches up and away. Now 3 balls and 1 strike to Justin Mara and a hitter's count. So if you hear the name Mara on the Toronto Maple Leafs, well, you're going to hear that name a lot. There's 3 of them on this team. Dan Mara, Adam Mara, and Justin Mara. Dan is a infielder for the Leafs. Justin and Adam on the mound. Swing and a miss. 3. The 3-2 pitch. Tamara, Boone waiting, watching Castaldo. Now he delivers. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Boone delivered an off-speed pitch that froze Mara, and now there's 2 away with that run at second base, and John Salazzo stepping to the plate.
Third baseman, number 17, John Salazzo.
John Salazzo, a similar hitter, that left-handed style and a ton of power in the bat. And left-handed hits with power really favor Dominico Field, as that fence out there in right field is quite short. Salazzo swings and hits one to the right field. That one's down. Jordan Castaldo is going to round third base. He will come in to score. It's an RBI single for John Salazzo, and the Toronto Maple Leafs go out in front 1-0.
Batting fifth, second baseman, number 28, Joey Bowers.
Joey Gobert, the batter, one of the juniors on the Toronto Maple Leafs this year. He's playing second base today. Gobert takes one on the outside corner for a strike. John Salazzo is the runner at first base, and even though he is a power batter, also has some speed. So watch out for him as he takes a healthy lead off of first base. Owen Boone delivers to the righty, swinging a ball hit to first base. A tricky hop over the bag. Going to first and making the play is Phil Whelan, and that's going to retire the Toronto Maple Leafs, but not before the RBI single by John Salazzo that has the Toronto Maple Leafs up 1-0 over London Matrix. We'll be back in just a couple minutes' time as we head to the top of the second inning.
Leading off the second inning for London and batting fifth, the third baseman, number 29, Taylor Wright.
Taylor Wright, the right fielder for the London Majors, leads off. Marek Deska in his second inning of work got through a relatively clean first inning, just the hit batter on Cleveland Lee. First pitch is low from Marek Deska. Deska doesn't come at you with a whole lot of velo. But one of the key attributes that he's had throughout his long IBL career is that he can throw strikes. Just puts it over the plate and hopes for a ground ball or fly ball. And it's been working for him in his IBL career. Pitch from Deska is up and away, ball 4. The leadoff batter in this inning, Wright, is going to be on first base with nobody out. Starling Joseph on deck.
Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 7, Starling Joseph.
Starling Joseph, just 23 old, a former Texas Ranger prospect in Major League Baseball. Spent 5 seasons in the Texas Rangers organization. 22 home runs, 42 doubles, and 7 triples. So he takes one up and in over his minor league career. Stole 34 bases on well, so he can get down the line. 11 home runs in 59 games in the 2018 season with Spokane, which is a Texas Ranger affiliate. Takes one in there for a strike. Starling Joseph is a good example of one of those players that was really hurt by the COVID-19 pandemic season as well. He was playing Double-A ball and would have had another season of Double-A to try and show the Texas Rangers what he had. But wasn't able to play in the 2020 season and ended up here in the IBL. But London Majors are happy to have a young guy with some speed and a little bit of pop as well. Plays good defense out in right field. Deska's pitch, check swing. It's going to be 2 strikes now on Joseph. Remember that minor league baseball season was canceled in 2020. There was a short one for the MLB, but all minor leaguers kind of had to figure something out and find a place to play. That one's up and in.
Make sure it's correct. One, I know we can't strike 2 balls in the head. Make sure if it's 2-0, it's 2-0. If it's 2-0, right now it's 1-0, right? So it should say 1-0 on that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ball fouled off. Joseph and Deska are in a battle right now. Ben Rosen is the home plate umpire calling the balls and strikes tonight. Deska's pitch swing. Strike 3, the first strikeout of the season for Marek Deska. Sits down Starling Joseph. And Phil Whelan, the first baseman, steps up.
14, Andrew Lawrence.
That's Andrew Lawrence now the batter. That's Keith Candell and Phil Whelan comes up. Lawrence looks like he breaks his bat, but he's going to flare that one into the outfield. It will drop. Carrington comes in, throws it into the second baseman, first and third now. Eric Deska in a little bit of trouble here
Number 12, Keith
in
Kendall.
this first inning. First and third, one out for the London Majors. Well, it's Keith Kendall, the Fresno, California native. Smaller guy, just stands at 5'8". He's known as more of a defense guy, but had some pretty good success putting the bat on the ball last year. Keith Kendall was able to hit .304 in the regular season, something that he hadn't done since 2016. Kendall is going to go for a bunt this time, gets it down to first base. Castaldo thinks about coming home. Now wisely puts the tag on Kendall, but the London Majors tie the game 1-1 as the runner from third comes across to score. Well, Gonzalo thought about maybe having a play at home, but in the top of the second inning, not something he really wanted to risk. Phil Whelan's the batter. He takes the first pitch for a ball. Whelan gets into one down the right field line, but that one's well foul. That one was slicing and being helped by the wind as well. It's blowing in from center field. One and one, the count on Whelan. Takes high, 2-1. So first baseman Whelan, then Chris McQueen is on deck. Whelan takes high now, 3-1. Baseman. Eric Deska having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here in this second inning. The 3-1 is just outside ball four. Whelan waited for the call of the home plate umpire. It didn't come, so he's on first base. Two away, first and second for the London Majors. Christmas Queen has fantastic bat-to-ball skills, not a ton of pop in the bat. Ball is up and in. 1-0 on McQueen. Does some bunting, steals a lot of bases. I think he's pretty beloved in the London community as well. He's from London, Ontario. McQueen hits one on the ground. A high hop for Jordan Castaldo. He steps on the bag at first, and the London Majors are retired in the second inning, but they get a run. It's tied 1-1 between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the London Majors. You're watching Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube. Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball at Dominico Field. Owen Boone in for his second inning of work on the mound for the London Majors. Boone with that sub-3 ERA last year. He was just fantastic. There was a lot of gas. He's got nasty stuff. Boone's pitch is swung on and missed. Nico Kenwasho is the batter for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Another one of those juniors in the lineup. I don't know the facts on this one, but all the juniors seem to be wearing white helmets. There might be a way to identify them. Not sure if that's an IBL rule or not. Boone's pitch to Ken Washoe is in the dirt. 2 balls now. Owen Boone looks in, gets the sign, kicks and deals. Well inside. Owen, that may have just caught the jersey of Ken. Go to first base. So the Toronto Maple Leafs shortstop is aboard to lead off the inning, and it brings up another one of those junior players.
Hitter number 35, Brady Sikornik.
Brady Sikornik. Big swing and a miss from Sikornik. He's behind 0-1. Sikornik pops it up. Is it playable down the line? Owen toppling over the wall is the right fielder. He's going to hang there for a little while he catches his breath. At the end of the day, the ball went out of play. Now it's 2 strikes on Brady Sikornik. Ryan Santos is the batter. Played a little bit of center field for the Toronto Maple Leafs last year. Didn't even play in 5 games, I think, for the Leafs, but in that small sample size, batted 400 for the team, 406. Another one fouled off. Remains 0-2. It'll be Ryan Santos, then Grant Tamane in the hole. Boone looks in. 0-2. It was in on the hands. Sounded like it hit something, but it's going to be a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fouled off again by Sikornik. Still in a 2-strike hole is Brady Sikornik. Owen Boone watching the runner at first base. Sikornik takes just high. That was a breaking ball from Owen Boone. Nico Kenwasho certainly has the attention of Boone at first base, being a righty. To crane that neck over to look at him, and he's thinking about going right now on this 2-strike pitch. Doesn't go. Pitch popped up, foul behind the plate. It's well out of play and into the hillside at Christie Pitts.
he's coming in 5 minutes. He's still eating lunch.
Two and two the count on Brady Sikornik. He's in a battle. It could be up 7 or 8 pitches now in this at-bat against Owen Boone. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball. That one's going to get by Keith Candell through the hole. And a base hit for Brady Sikornik. I guess that both for Brady Sikornik, that would be his first IBL hit.
Batting eighth, center fielder, number 2, Ryan Santos.
Charlie, you've known him for like 8 years.
Ryan Santos with a couple ducks on the pond and nobody out. And the number 9 hitter, Grant Tamane, on deck. Bunting is Ryan Santos, and he puts it right off the catcher Mullen behind the plate. It's a foul ball, strike 1. Bunting, something you see in the IBL much more frequently. It's also a huge disparity, and if you're new to the IBL, you'll see it this season between different pitchers on the mound. It's got a whole bunch of things. Especially early in the season, pitching is really a commodity for these teams. I'm not sure what the pitch count on both Boone and Deska are. Keith Candell thinking about a playoff or a pickoff play at second base. No balls and 1 strike to Ryan Santos. Bottom of the second inning, 2 runners on for the Toronto Maple Leafs as they're threatening with nobody out. Santos hits one on the ground. That one's right to Candell. A big high hop to second one. Back to first, not in time. Ryan Santos hustling down the line is able to beat it out. So 1 away and runners on the corners for the Toronto Maple Leafs with Grant Tamane coming up.
Batting ninth, left fielder, number 10, Grant Tamane.
Ball hits softly on the ground. Tamane is going to run to first base. The only play is Boone to tag Tamane, so the Toronto Maple Leafs score and lead 2-0 over the London Majors. Good play by Grant Tamane just to get the bat on the ball, put it in an area. The runner can come home, and the Leafs have scored in both innings now in the bottom of the second. Greg Carrington from Northwestern Oklahoma State University coming here to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Swing and a miss by Carrington. Played for Roswell in the Independent League, got 160 at-bats there in 46 games in the 2021 season. Hit .241, just 34 strikeouts. Good leadoff hitter for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and right now he's filling that role that Jordan Castaldo filled last year. Pitch to Carrington is up and away. Owen Boone with a runner on second base and 2 outs. Jordan Castaldo at the plate. Carrington, the batter, he takes low in the dirt. Good block by Mullen. Carrington never hit for a crazy high batting average playing in NCAA with Northwestern Oklahoma State. But playing Division I baseball, and that skill set will translate here to the IBL. And we might be seeing a lot of Greg Carrington hitting high in the order this year for the Toronto Maple Leafs. It's great about opening day here in the IBL. You kind of get to see what you got with the guys that you don't know particularly well. Pitch from Boone. Carrington takes right down the middle for a strike. Now 2 strikes on Greg Carrington. Maple Leafs leading 2-1. We're in the bottom of the second inning with 2 outs. And the count is full, excuse me, on Carrington. Full count pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Owen Boone got him swinging. But the Toronto Maple Leafs score another run and lead 2-0 over London Majors. We'll be back in a couple minutes on Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube.
The Maple Leafs in the second inning.
I overheard your white helmet thing, and I feel like that actually might be the case with the player.
Welcome back to Dominico Field. Thomas West here. It's the top of the third inning with Austin Wilkie batting. He's the 2-hole hitter for the London Majors. Grounded out in his first time up. Wilkie hits one on the ground, a hard ground ball. Fielded, and a throw on to first base brings Castaldo off the bag, but he's able to put the tag down on the center fielder, Austin Wilkie. And there's one away. Nico Kenwasho fielding that sharp ground ball by Wilkie. Now, Cleveland Brownlee is a guy who's been in the IBL for a long, long time, and he's back for another year with the London Majors. Wouldn't be surprised to see him in some kind of a coaching role in the future. But Cleveland Brownlee, just like that, there's a ton of swing and miss in this game, but there's also a huge amount of power for Cleveland Brownlee. Deska's pitch on the outside corner to Brownlee. He's in a hole 0-2. Up and away, Brownlee takes ball 1. Ball is low. A patient Cleveland Brownlee works the count to 2-2. One of the reasons that people love Cleveland Brownlee in London is he does a ton of charity work, does a lot for the community in London. Swinging a ball hit in the air to center field, going back to the wall and making the catch just out in front of those fluttering flags in center field. I believe that's Grant Tamane out there in center. Sorry, that's Greg Carrington in center field. Took about 15 steps back and a couple over as that wind is blowing from left to right in center. It's Grant Tamane in left field, then Carrington in center, and then Ryan Santos is playing right field for the Toronto Maple Leafs on this Sunday afternoon. Catcher Mullen hits one in the air, left field. And this one's going to bounce one hop against the wall. Carrington sliding to make a play, bobbled it momentarily. And Mullen is into second with a ringing double to left field.
Third baseman Taylor White.
Taylor Wright, the third baseman for the Majors. Right, and then Starling Joseph is on deck. Joseph singled in his last at-bat. Deska, the pitch to Wright, swinging and a miss, strike one. Taylor Wright took a healthy cut at that one. Deska's pitch is low, 1-1. Andrew Mullen from Panama is at second base. Pitch is in there for a strike now. 2 strikes on Taylor Wright. It's one away here in this top of the third inning. On the opening day of the Intercounty Baseball League, no other games going on right now. Just off the outside corner from Merrick Deska, 2-2. Mara framed it, but the count goes full. Merrick Deska takes a stroll around the mound. Andrew Mullen at second base spent, this one's inside. And Taylor Wright will take the walk to first base, brings up Starling Joseph. Mullen, the runner at second base, spent his entire career up until now professionally with the Oakland Athletics organization. Played rookie ball from 2013 to 2016, and then made it as far as Double-A in 2019. Just a couple games in Double-A. But in 2019, in high A ball with the Oakland Athletics organization, hitting .280. So not surprising to see him find a gap here at Dominico Field. He's a great hitter. Marte, the batter, takes high. 1-1. In there for a strike, 1-2. The pitch to Marte, fouled off, back to the screen. Marek Deska has a 1-2 count on Marte. The pitch. Hit on the ground. High hop for Salazzo. He's going to go to first base to get the out. Castaldo making the catch by a diving 23-year-old Marte, and the London Majors are retired in the top of the third inning. No runs in that inning for the Majors. They trail 2-1 to the Toronto Maple Leafs at Dominico Field. We'll be right back.
Leading off the third inning for the Maple Leafs, first baseman Jordan Castaldo.
Welcome back to Dominico Field on a sunny Sunday afternoon at the Christie Pits. Jordan Castaldo, the Toronto Maple Leafs, is at the plate, and it's Owen Boone in his third inning of work in the bottom of the third. Toronto Maple Leafs leading 2-1 over the Majors. Pitch over the outside corner. Jordan Castaldo takes strike one. Ground to a gap. Wallen plays to first, and Boone gets over quickly to retire Castaldo, one away. So the Toronto Maple Leafs, although this is their opening day roster, this team is not complete yet. They still are waiting on some more players to potentially join the organization. Angel Castro is a guy that the Maple Leafs are hoping to come over. Garrett Takamatsu is still on the fence. He's looking to play professional baseball this year, but if he doesn't do that, he'll be here with the Maple Leafs. Boone's pitch is high to Justin Mara. And then Ryan Johnston as well, a guy they're hoping to get back. And then Marcus Connect will be with the Leafs, but he's going to come in August, just like he did last year. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Justin Mara with Owen Boone on the mound. Marcus Connect was really, really good. He's a Toronto Blue Jays prospect, former third rounder of the Jays. The 1-1 pitch to Justin Mara. Boone delivers. Mara hammers it to right field, but it's way foul. Mara loves to turn on that inside pitch and pull them down the line on multiple occasions last year. We saw Justin Mara hit one to that infield of the diamond out there in right. Boone's pitch, 2 strikes on Mara. Mara fouls it straight back. About 10 feet from the commentary booth here at Dominico Field. Still 2-1 on Mara. Boone's pitch in the dirt. Owen Boone went to Western University, which is Canadian University in London, and came to the London Majors last year. And it was basically him and Pedro de los Santos who were that 1-2 punch with the majors. Both guys with sparkling ERAs throughout the year. Mara hits one hard on the ground to second base, picked up, and a nice scoop, and on to first base. Whalen makes the catch. Chris McQueen out there at second base picking that ball.
John Salazzo.
John Salazzo ripped a RBI single to right field in his last at-bat. Salazzo hits one on the ground to first base, and it just stays fair. Salazzo doesn't even run to first. Whalen is right there to step on the bag. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are retired 1-2-3 by Owen Boone. That was the heart of the lineup as well. The London Majors coming up, trying to tie this one up. It's 2-1 for the Toronto Maple Leafs at Dominico Field. Andrew Lawrence leads off this inning. It's big lefty Zach Sloan who gives up a fly ball to start things off, running over and not able to make the catches. Ryan Santos, that one's going to drop in fair territory, going to third base and out at third base. What a relay by the Toronto Maple Leafs after a broken play. John Salazzo slapped down the tag, and that is a loud first out. A double and caught going to third base. Zach Sloan now into the game. relieving Merrick Deska. Keith Candell is the batter. Zach Sloan had a .782 ERA last year with the Maple Leafs in the regular season, but a 2-1 record, not too bad. Candell floats one out of the play foul. Sloan appeared in 8 games for the Leafs last year, started 4 of them. Pitched 23 innings, 23 strikeouts. He's a much different look than the strike thrower and Merrick Deska. And although Zach Sloan did struggle a little bit ERA-wise last year, which a .782 ERA in IBL standards isn't particularly terrible. Here's a play to shortstop, and it's dropped there by Ken Washoe. Probably going to go as an error as Keith Candell is aboard and Phil Whelan is at the plate. Just to finish off that point, just 8 walks for Zach Sloan. He was able to control the ball, but got hit a little bit last year, more than most. 37 hits in the 27 innings that he pitched. The other thing about the season that Zach Sloan had last year was he had a lot of injury troubles. Early in the season, he got injured while he was warming up for one of his starts. And that caused him some setbacks throughout the regular season, but he was able to battle through it. Pitched a couple games in the playoffs for the Leafs as well. Sloan's pitch, swing and a miss by Whelan. Counts 1-1 on the London first baseman. Sloan throws to first, and he's got that deceptive lefty delivery over there to first base. Keith Candell has a ton of speed, but Mara also has a pretty good arm behind the plate. Although he is mostly known for his hitting, still has that experience with the Chicago Cubs as that ball is flowing in the air to left field, and Grant Tamane came over and made the catch. Chris McQueen, the batter for the Majors. Candell still on first base, 1 out, or 2 outs, I should say. The first one was that fly ball to Santos, who he'll probably be charged with an error as he dropped it, and then it fell in fair territory, but then he had a perfect relay throw to second, and John Salazzo put the tag at third. Pitch is in the dirt. It gets away from Justin Mara. Keith Candell will easily cruise into second base, and now Chris McQueen, the contact guy, with 2 outs as a runner in scoring position, and potential single could cash that run in and tie the game. One and one pitch. Sloan is well outside into the backstop once again by Zach Sloan. Keith Candell rounds third base. He'll stay right there, but now you really worry about Chris McQueen. He has a lot of potential for infield hits or little flares. Does a great job getting the bat on the ball, and he'll shorten up here in a 2-1 count. McQueen pops one back to the screen, foul, 2 strikes. That pretty much takes out the bunt scenario now with the 2-strike count. Yes, there are 2 outs, but McQueen has blazing speed. Salazzo played pretty far back at third base, and Castaldo played way back at first. McQueen hits one right to Castaldo. He hit it hard. Jordan Castaldo made the catch, And a runner at third base is stranded right there for the London Majors. The Toronto Maple Leafs lead 2-1 over the London Majors. We head to the bottom of the second inning. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball from Dominico Field. Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. Owen Boone back on the mound for the London Majors, delivers a first pitch that's fouled off. Gobert is the batter for the Maple Leafs, playing second base, part of that great relay last inning on the air in the outfield to catch the runner at third base, and that saved a run, no doubt, for the Maple Leafs. Gobert fouls it off. 2 strikes on him right away from Owen Boone, who was rolling last inning. He got Jordan Castaldo, Justin Mara, and John Salazzo. That is not easy to do. Those are 3 of the best hitters in this Toronto Maple Leafs lineup. Gobert swings and misses at a ball in the dirt. Mullen will have to throw to first. It's right on the money. A strikeout and then the throw to complete it by Mullen down to first base, 1 away.
Shortstop, Nico Canascio.
Nico Canwasho, the batter. Canwasho is the shortstop for the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight, or this afternoon. Boone's pitch right on the outside corner now. 0-2 on Canwasho, and the first 2 batters, both of those junior batters in the lineup, are in tough against Owen Boone, who appears to be settling in here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch from Boone, swinging a foul off down the right field line. Boone looks in, has Canwasho in an 0-2 hole. The pitch, low and in the dirt. Mullen blocks it. 1-2. Owen Boone looks in. Ken Washoe the batter. Just inside. Boone thought he had him. 2-2. Swinging a ball, hit on the ground to third base, a high hop and throw on to first just in time. Whalen reached back, wasn't sure he had the bag. Taylor Wright throws him out from third. And now there's 2 away.
Designated hitter Brady Sekornik.
Brady Sekornik, the DH tonight. 2 outs, nobody on. The Toronto Maple Leafs leading 2-1 over the London Majors in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitch fouled off, and now Owen Boone is getting in a habit of getting ahead of these batters 0-1 and 0-2. Swing and a miss, and there it is, 0-2 count. Oh, 2 from Boone, fouled straight back. Toronto Maple Leafs right now are a little bit short on pitching, waiting on guys like Justin Cicatello. He was a big part of the team in the later part of the season last year and the year before that. He's been somewhat of an ace for the Leafs for years. This one's fouled off by Sekornik. Think about the experience of Mullen behind the plate as well. Not only good defense and a fantastic hitter for the London Majors, but how about calling a baseball game? Be nice for these pitchers to work with a player of his caliber. Boone's pitch is high, just high. 2-2. It's been 6 batters since Owen Boone has had to work from the stretch. Now a ball hit on the ground to third base. A diving play, long throw to first base is going to sail into the crowd. On to second base is Sekornik, and he will likely be credited with his first IBL hit on the ball to third base. Taylor Wright made a spectacular play to dive and grab that ball from deep in the hole, but his throw was way offline. Now Ryan Santos is up for another plate appearance, his second today, with a runner in scoring position. So that's where you think about that throw, maybe just putting it in your pocket saves the double by bringing it down the line momentarily, but then throwing it away allows that runner to get to second base. So will likely be charged an infield single, and then the error allowing him to get to second. That would be a throwing error. Ryan Santos, Grant Tamani on deck, 2 outs. The Toronto Maple Leafs, out of nowhere, now have something going in the bottom of the 4th inning. Low, 1-1. Boone's pitch up and away. Keith Kendall not holding on Sikornik at all at second base allows him to get a really healthy lead, which will help out if Santos is able to put this one into the outfield. This one goes behind the backstop. He fouls it off. 2-2 now on Ryan Santos. Another good Sunday afternoon crowd at Christie Pitts for the first game of the season. There's a lot of excitement at the pregame ceremony. As we're in the bottom of the fourth inning, now we've really got the hillside dotted with Maple Leaf fans in there for strike 3. Owen Boone gets 2 strikeouts in the inning and gets Ryan Santos looking. We head to the top of the 5th. Toronto Maple Leafs leading 2-1 over the London Majors. Austin Wilkie is going to lead things off for the London Majors as he fouls it off on the pitch from Zach Sloan, who's in his second inning of work. Fouled off again. 2 strikes. Sloan's pitch, swing and a miss. Strike 3, first strikeout for Zach Sloan. And 1 London Majors with Cleveland Brownlee coming up.
Designated hitter Cleveland Brownlee.
Good matchup for Brownlee with the lefty-righty matchup. Brownlee takes a breaking ball in there at the strike, buckled him a little bit. Pitch is low and in, bounces to the plate, 1-1. Brownlee, a huge swing and a miss. Strike. Sloan looking for a strikeout in a row here to start the top of the 5th inning. Sloan resets. He was going into his windup. Now he deals. The pitch to Brownlee, swinging a ball. Popped up. This one's on the infield. Who's going to get it? Castaldo's coming in, and that ball's going to drop. Jordan Castaldo completely lost it. Justin Mara never had it. And it ends up in foul territory, so a missed opportunity for it out. Well, that's a ball that just got lost in the sun as that sun is straight overhead here at Christie Pitts. New life for Cleveland Brownlee in a 2-1 count. Sloan's pitch. Brownlee lifts one in the air, left field, and coming over and making a great running catch for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Grant Amane's made a couple nice plays out there in left field. Hard foul down the left field side. Mullen doubled in his last at bat. Has one strike on a one in the dirt, 1-1. A 1-1 to Robert Mullen. That was a very slow off-speed pitch from Zach Sloan. It's outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. I think that ball might have hit Mullen, so he's off to first base. That's going to bring up Taylor Wright, the third baseman. In there for a strike. 1-1. Zach Sloan has a fastball, a slider, and a changeup. Let's see what he's working with this afternoon. Tough matchup for Wright, but he's going to single one into right field. That one's going to get down. Mullen moves up to second, stations to station for the London Majors, and they have 2 on with 2 outs here, and the top of the 5th inning, trailing 2-1.
Thank you, Sterling Joseph.
Starling Joseph takes way inside, had to dance out of the way. No action in the London Majors bullpen yet, so it appears that they're going to let Owen Boone go for another inning of work. Pitch is in the dirt. That one gets away from Mara. Both runners move up, so now there's 2 in scoring position with 2 outs, and now this is a vital at-bat for Zach Sloan to try and get Starling Joseph out here. Two balls and no strikes to Joseph, a good hitter's count. There is a base open at first. Now 3 balls and no strikes. I think Zach Sloan is exactly what he's thinking about with the lefty coming up. In there for a strike, 3-1. Andrew Lawrence is on deck. Time called by Joseph. Now Sloan looks in. Runners on second and third. 3-1 count. The pitch, swing and a miss. Strike two. Now Zach Sloan one away from getting out of this jam. That was created by a couple singles and a wild pitch. Fouled straight back by Marte. Or Starling Joseph. Starling Joseph. How about that? This is Starling Joseph, though. Sloan's pitch just outside, ball four. What an at-bat from Starling Joseph. And that brings up Andrew Lawrence. Lawrence was the one who hit that towering fly ball. Damon Topley is coming out to the mound. Damon Topley is the all-time hits leader in the Intercounty Baseball League. He's been here for 26 seasons. How about that? There's a pitcher in the bullpen wearing number 22 for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Zach Sloan's going to stay in the game. And number 22 last year was Dustin Richardson, and he throws gas, and he is really, really, really hard to get a hit off of. But numbers could be different this year. We'll have to wait and see. Lawrence the batter, Keith Candell on deck. Zach Sloan needs to get this batter here to keep this inning scoreless. Sloan's pitch. That one's hit on a line and gets up through the gap in center field. Now it gets away from the center fielder, Carrington. 2 runs are in. And going to second base on the error by the center fielder, Carrington, is Andrew Lawrence. And for the second time today, he gets to second on a base hit. Both of them via an error, but the London Majors take a 3-2 lead.
Shortstop Keith Kendall.
Kendall hits one on the ground. It gets off the glove of Salazzo. He throws to first base and recovers beautifully. John Salazzo makes a good play to recover for the bobble, and he keeps the London Majors to just 2. But they all got them all with 2 outs in the top of the 15. It's now London Majors 3, the Toronto Maple Leafs 2. You're watching Maple Leafs Baseball on YouTube.
Possession move is open, located directly behind.
Grant Tamane leading things off for the Toronto Maple Leafs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Leafs now trailing by 1, down 3-2 to the Majors. Owen Boone back on the mound for another inning of work. This is his 5th. He started the game. Tamane fouls it off down the right field side. Owen Boone looks in. 1 strike to Grant Tamane. The pitch hit on the ground. This time, third base side just foul. 2 strikes. Carrington's on deck, and then it'll be Jordan Castaldo. The pitch bounces about 4 feet in front of home plate. Mullen blocks it. It's a ball and 2 strikes on Tamane. Owen Boone looks in, the 2-1. Swinging a ball hit to third base down the line. That's a fair ball. Grant Tamane will round first. He's going to hold up there. It was a quick cutoff out there in left field by Andrew Lawrence. Leadoff single for Grant Tamane, and now it's Carrington. Back to the top of the order for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Boone looks in to the lefty Carrington. Carrington hits it in the air, left field, and Lawrence is right there to make the catch. 1 away.
First baseman Jordan Castaldo.
Jordan Castaldo comes up with a runner on first base and 1 away. Grant Tamane has good speed at first base and a healthy lead as well. Owen Boone looks in. The first pitch to Castaldo, fouled straight back. Justin Mara's on deck, and then John Salazzo. Those are 2 guys that you want hitting with runners in scoring position or just on base, as they can leave the yard in a hurry at Christie Pitts. The 1-strike pitch from Boone. He's going to throw over to first base, and just back in time is Tamane. Outside to Castaldo, 1-1. In that year that Jordan Castaldo won the Triple Crown in 2019, he had a .453 batting average, 15 homers, and 47 runs batted in. He swings and misses, 2 strikes on him. How about that? 47 RBIs. 15 home runs we've seen clipped a few times in the IBL, but man, you think about that, he was getting a hit 45% of the time he came up to the plate that year. That's just incredible. Barry Baycats also won the IBL championship that year as well. Before last season, Jordan Castaldo was a Toronto Maple Leafs. He spent 3.5 seasons with this organization to start his career, and then a 6-year hiatus. He was back last season and here again, and fouls a high pitch off. Just got a piece of it and stays alive with 2 strikes. Boone looks in. A long wait, and he's way outside. You can hear the hecklers out in left field. Those are the Bushmen, and they're legends here at Dominico Field. Lots of heckling, but always keeping it clean. Never always clean language from the Bushmen. Just inside to Jordan Castaldo. The count is now full on the first baseman for the Maple Leafs. Grant Tamane's on first base. Carrington lined out earlier in the inning. Full count. Boone, a long wait. Now he deals outside. Ball 4. Jordan Castaldo is on first base, and it pushes Grant Tamane to second.
Catcher Justin Nura.
Pitching coach is out to the mound for the London Majors. Roop Chanderdat is the head coach for London. Justin Mara, the catcher from Toronto, Ontario. Left-handed hitter with 2 runners on and 1 out for the Maple Leafs. Owen Boone in a little bit of trouble here in the bottom of the 5th. The first pitch from Owen Boone. On the outside corner, another breaking ball to Mara. Strike 1. Justin Mara had 13 home runs in 29 games for Maple Leafs last year. Really good numbers and 43 RBIs. See a chance for 2 or 3 more here. Up and away, 1-1. And the 9 games that Mara played in the playoffs as well. Same kind of prediction, 3 home runs and 12 RBIs. Owen Boone looks in, the pitch, low and in, and it's even more impressive when you're able to put up good numbers in the playoffs versus in the regular season, the IBL, because we see games that have a lot of runs scored and teams trying to save their pitchers. We've seen pitching coaches make debuts, position players making debuts, and you can hit home runs off of guys like that, but in the playoffs, it's a little bit of a different story. And Mara, same kind of production. Doesn't matter it's facing. This time he takes a ball low. Counts now 3-1 on just Mara, and Owen Boone is in a little bit of a hole here with 2 runners on and 1 out, and the great hitter in Justin Mara at the plate. Here's the 3-1. Mara takes it in there for a strike. He thought it might have been inside, but now it goes full. Second full count in a row. Castaldo worked it to 3-2 and drew a walk. Justin Mara would love to turn things over to John Salazzo, who's on deck with that power. Maple Leafs down by 1 run here in the 5th. The 3-2 to Mara. Swinging a ball, hit in the air, left center field, and to center field, and making the catch. And Grant Amani will have to hold his ground, so 2 away. And that's a big out for Owen Boone. Austin Wilkie took about. That ball was hooking in towards right field. John Salazzo has one of the Toronto Maple Leafs 2 RBIs in this game. Salazzo singled to right field way back in the 1st against Owen Boone. There's something we learned about John Salazzo last year as he takes one in the dirt, 1 ball and no strikes. He hits righties a lot better than he hits lefties, and that lefty-lefty matchup seems to be tougher throughout baseball anywhere than the righty matchup. There are some lefties in that bullpen for the London Majors. This one's outside, 2-0 now. Hitters count for John Salazzo. Lots of great pitchers on London this year. Fernando Fernandez came in from the Guelph Royals. He pitched with them in 2017. Looks like Jose Arias is out in the bullpen warming up right now. This one's over the outside corner. Salazzo shakes his head, but it's 2-1. London Majors are really excited about Cesar Cabral. Right down the middle again to John Salazzo. It's 2-2. Cabral is a big 6'3" pitcher, 33-year-old. Spent parts of 3 seasons in Major League Baseball. Made his Major League debut back in 2013. And a couple of scoreless innings against the Chicago White Sox. He'll be a weapon out of the bullpen this year for them. Boone's pitch. Salazzo fouls it off. Went off the catcher Mullen. Gobert is on deck. If John Salazzo can keep the line rolling. 2 outs, 2 on for the Maple Leafs. Grant Amani, way back at the beginning of this inning, which seems like a long time ago, had a single down the left field line. In his 5th inning of work. Salazzo hits one on the ground. This is going to be a tough play at second base. Flip to second to get Castaldo. And the Toronto Maple Leafs threaten but don't score. They trail 3-2 to the London Majors. For the 6th inning, it's Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube.
London, first baseman, Phil Whalen.
Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball, and they trail the London Majors 3-2 in the top of the sixth inning. New pitcher for Toronto, their third of the game, is Reese Montgomery, a junior player. Just signed him today at the Maple Leafs, and he's already on the mound and delivers ball one. Pitch is hit in the air. This one's center field coming in and making a comfortable catch in center field. Greg Carrington.
Second baseman, Chris McQueen.
That was Phil Whelan who flew out to center. Now it's Chris McQueen. And there for a strike. Reese Montgomery is a big 6'5", 205-pound lefty. Coming out from a tough arm angle. Swinging a ball hit in the air by Chris McQueen. This one's looping, but it's going to be caught at shortstop. Ken Washoe makes the catch. And there's two away quickly for Montgomery. Montgomery gets his fastball up around the mid-80s, and he also mixes in a curveball, a slider, and a changeup as well. Fouled straight back by Austin Wilkie. Wilkie's the center fielder. The London Majors had a little bit of action out there in center as well today. Swing and a miss by Wilkie. A clean inning of work for the new guy, Reese Montgomery. A fly out, a pop out, and a strikeout to finish things off. 1, 2, 3 go the London Majors. And the Toronto Maple Leafs trying to tie things up, down 3-2 to London. Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball.
Second baseman, Tage Gobert.
Tage Gobert, the second baseman for the Toronto Maple Leafs. First pitch from Arias, the new pitcher for the London Majors, is in there for a strike. Gobert flips one in the air to right field. It's going to sail out of play. Arias looks in. The big righty kicks and deals. It's popped up on the infield. The shortstop Candell makes the catch, one away in the bottom half of the sixth inning. We don't have a pitch count here, but Reese Montgomery, in his first little bit of work for the Maple Leafs on the mound, threw less than 10 pitches in that inning. A quick 1-2-3 in the top of the sixth, and now the bottom. Arias does the same, gets a quick first out. Nico Canwasho. What's the matter for the Maple Leafs? Swings and misses. 1-1. Arias works quickly. Swing and a miss. Strike two. 1-2 the count. Arias takes his time. This time takes a little bit more time. Two-strike pitch to Canwasho. Just outside. 2-2. That one's outside. Now 3-2. Canwasho has got himself right back in it after being in a 1-2 hole. Full count pitch from Arias, swinging a ground ball. This one's to third base. A throw on to first. A big stretch at first is one away. Taylor Wright has settled in nicely the last couple innings at third base. Just that one throwing error, trying to make that spectacular play. It's only a blip on his record tonight. It's also a new guy to this London Majors organization. Julian Johnston played a little bit of third base last year for the Majors. He's replaced by Wright this year. Arteaga as well, I believe, played out there. Arias, slow, that one. You could see the movement on that from there. But it was high. The pitch, swing and a miss. This game officially in the hands of both bullpens now, and be interesting to see how that works out with the short pitching staffs to start the year. Reese Montgomery came right down to the wire, just inking that contract today with him. Swing and a miss, strike three. Down go the Toronto Maple Leafs in the bottom half of the sixth inning, much like the Majors in the top half. And Reese Montgomery, after that sparkling first inning, is back on the mound with the Leafs trailing the Majors 3-2. Cleveland Brownlee pops one foul out of play. Starting off the top of the 7th inning, Reese Montgomery back on the round for the Toronto Maple Leafs. His pitch count is low, and he had a couple lefties in that inning, which really helped out that big 6'5" arms and legs coming at you delivery from the left side. But now it's Cleveland Brownlee who hits lefties a little bit better. But Reese Montgomery appears to have pretty good stuff as well. That might be conducive to high strikeout rates. Brownlee swings and misses, 2 strikes. Two on Brownlee. Right in there, strike 3 called. Brownlee goes down looking. And the second strikeout of the night for Reese Montgomery. Batter now is Mullen. Thanks, ball 1 from Montgomery. Second pitch is swing, and the ball hit to third base, but I think that may have hit the foot of Mullen. It was fielded in fair territory by Salazzo. So if the Toronto Maple Leafs were to get Garrett Takamatsu back, it would probably push Salazzo to that DH role. John Salazzo's made a couple nice plays at third base, but Garrett Takamatsu probably is slightly better defending over there at third. And then as for the infield, it's what's going to stick. Ryan Johnston played some shortstop for the Maple Leafs last year. Dan Mara was another guy who played some shortstop. I think Jordan Castaldo is able to move over there from first base as well. Here's a ball hit to left field. That one's down into the corner. This is going to be another double for Mullen. Wait a second. Here's the throw to second base. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Mullen is gunned out at second base. And what a throw out there in left field from Grant Tamane. He has made a couple nice plays in the outfield, and Tamane guns down Mullen, who was out of the batter's box rather casually, thinking that was a definite double. But with the short fences down the line here at Dominico Field, you really got to hustle out those balls hit down the line. And to Mullen's credit as well, that ball was absolutely laced into the outfield. So that's the first hit that Reese Montgomery has given up, but he escapes it without a base runner. Now there's 2 away. Pitch hit in the air, left field. Grant Tamane struggling with the wind, comes over and makes the catch and puts a bow on what was a great defensive play in that inning. Reese Montgomery through 2 nearly clean innings of work. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Toronto Maple Leafs trailing 3-2 to London Majors. And coming up the bat, Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th inning. Ryan Santos leading things off for the Maple Leafs. He's the right fielder today. Jose Arias is on the mound for his 2nd inning of work. Santos is bunting, and he pops it back over the screen. Foul and onto the hillside. One strike on Ryan Santos. Arias delivers. Santos, he sawed off, and a great play at third base by Taylor Wright. He retires Ryan Santos, who creates some firewood out in front of the mound. Grant Tamane, who made that great defensive play in the top half of the inning, he's up to the plate. Takes one in there for a strike. And now this wind becoming really tough on the hitters is blasting out from center field. It's going to knock down a lot of those balls in the air. And seen some of those fly balls turn into home runs out here in Dominico Field, but not really with Grant Tamane's righty stroke. I believe it's 314 down the left field line at Dominico Field. Arias looks into Grant Tamane, and he takes low and away. Just having a little bit of fun on Twitter in the offseason, and we did a calculation. If Vladimir Guerrero Jr. for the Toronto Blue Jays had played here at Dominico Field, how many home runs would he have? Tamane check swing, and he went around. That's strike 2. And we calculated all the balls that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit last year with the Toronto Blue Jays, and he would have had 70 in a full 162 game season here at Dominico with the dimensions. Strike 3 called on the outside corner to Grant Tamane. He goes down looking. That's 2 away for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Greg Carrington still searching for that first hit as a Toronto Maple Leaf. No action in the Toronto Maple Leafs bullpen either. It appears it's going to be Reese's inning once again. Reese Montgomery has gone 6 up, 6 down, although he did allow the single, and Grant Tamane threw Mullen out at second base. Arias' pitch inside. Carrington, the leadoff batter, then Castaldo with 2 away here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Arias' pitch. Swinging a ball fouled off left side. It's high in the air and finds the road here at Dominico Field. Arias looks in, kicks and deals to Carrington. Carrington lines one to left field, reaching up and making a spectacular catch is Starling Johnston as he rolls to his backside, and the Toronto Maple Leafs are retired in the bottom of the 7th inning. We head to the 8th. Toronto Maple Leafs baseball on YouTube. It's the Leafs trailing 3-2 to the London Majors.
Cleaning up the 8th inning for London Vancouver, Sterling Joseph.
Welcome back to Toronto Maple Leafs baseball. It's the top of the 8th inning. Sterling Joseph is the batter. Made a great play after being a little bit handcuffed in a line drive that went out to right field. Reached up over his head and made a desperation catch, and now he faces Reese Montgomery in his 3rd inning of work. Montgomery's 0-1. Marte check swing, and he went around. 2 strikes, 0-2 hole for Sterling Johnson. Johnson and then Andrew Lawrence is the batter on deck. Johnson flares one. This one's going to take a bounce, a tough play, throw to first, not in time. Johnson beats it out. Nico Kenwasho did all he could, but I think the only way to get the out there would have been to try and catch that ball on the fly. So it's an infield single for Sterling Johnston, brings up Andrew Lawrence. So this game today, a rematch of the IBL finals here. Maple Leafs and London Majors went to 7 games before ultimately the Majors won on that do-or-die game in London. Swing and a miss by Lawrence. Sterling Johnston's the runner on first base. We have not seen a stolen base today. The lefty deals to the righty Johnson, and there he goes, running for second base. That was pure luck. Didn't steal a sign or anything. Reese Montgomery looks in. Here's the pitch. Johnston's off to second base, and it gets through up the middle. And there's runner's interference now, so Salazzo puts the tag on, but it's not going to matter. And then coming into second base is Andrew Lawrence, realizing that the shortstop interfered with the runner coming around the bag, so now it's second and third. And the umpires are going to talk about this one. So I guess what's being discussed right now is whether or not it's interference on the runner. Damon Topley's out to talk with the home plate umpire, and I think that Topley's argument here might be that the reason that the second baseman interfered with the runner was because he was trying to field that baseball. I don't really see any way that you could overturn this because the throw came into third base and the runner had already stopped running. So that would have drastically affected the play if they overturned this. And then where do you put Andrew Lawrence? Because he went up to second base fair and square. So they're going to keep it exactly how it is. Second and third now. And nobody out. So a single by Lawrence.
Shortstop Keith Kendall.
He moves up to, I'm not even sure how you score that. I guess he moves up on the fielder's choice. And then Johnston at third. Low and in. This is the first bit of adversity that Reese Montgomery has faced on the mound for the Maple Leafs. Some action in the Maple Leafs bullpen as well. Infield, they don't want to give up another run. It's 3-2 London Majors, and they're looking for more. Pitch is outside. Top of the eighth, Montgomery needing a miracle to get out of this jam, but this might help. It's popped up on the infield. The second baseman coming in makes the catch, fighting the wind once again, and now there's one away.
First baseman Phil Whalen.
Gobert made the catch, but the infield fly rule was also, I guess it wouldn't have been in play with the runner at first base. Phil Whalen, the first baseman, is the batter. He takes one in there for a strike. Huge gust of wind coming in straight from center field. That's going to knock down the fly balls. This one gets off the glove of the shortstop's going to go into the outfield. One run's going to come in to score. It's Johnston. The London Majors take a 4-2 lead. Now there's one out and runners on first and third. Nico Kanwasho wasn't quite able to reel in that hot shot. It's difficult when the infield comes in. First and third, now a tough lefty-lefty matchup for Chris McQueen. The pitch is inside. Montgomery gets McQueen to flare one into the outfield, but that one's going to drop. One run's going to come in to score. It's a single for Chris McQueen, one of the RBI variety. Some more soft contact, but the London Majors have extended their lead. It's now 5-2.
Center fielder Austin Wilkie.
First pitch to Wilkie, fouled off. No action in the London Majors bullpen. Will be Aria again. The pitch is hit on the ground. There's no play. Or no, it was a foul ball the umpires are going to call. Reese Montgomery thought about going to third base, but didn't matter. Force out at any bag. Montgomery looks in and deals just outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Majors now lead 5-2. They have 2 in the inning. Fouled off this time down the right field line. Swing at a ground ball to third. Salazzo steps on through, whips a thrower to first, and it's a double play. The Maple Leafs get out of the inning, but not before the Majors score two and extend their lead to 5-2 over the Toronto Maple Leafs. We'll be back in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Toronto Maple Leafs need some bats, and they're coming up. 5-2 London Majors.
For London, the 8, 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors.
Welcome back to Intercounty League Baseball, the home opener with Jordan Castaldo at the plate and Jose Aria on the mound. Aria now in his 4th inning of work for the Majors, or I guess this would be his 3rd inning of work. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes on Jordan Castaldo, the first baseman for the Maple Leafs. In there for a strike inside corner. Castaldo has a long look at it. 2 balls and 1 strike. This one's way inside, nearly hit Castaldo, 3-1. Bottom of the 8th inning, Leafs need 3 runs. And the next 2 innings, they want to try and salvage this opening day win. The pitching has been fantastic for the Majors so far. Good on the Leafs side as well. Swing and a miss by Castaldo. 2 strikes on him. Pitch is way inside. Castaldo draws the walk. He heads to first, and the leadoff man is on, and the heart of the order is coming up for the Maple Leafs with Mara and then Salazzo on deck. Justin Mara hit .324 last year, including those power numbers. Takes one in there for a strike. The other incredible thing is that you think of power hitters, you think of low average and high strikeout rates. Mara's neither of those. High average, low strikeout rates. Just 12 strikeouts, or 27 strikeouts, I should say, in the 123 at-bats that he had last year. This one's lined to center field, and it's going to drop in for a hit. First two are on for the Toronto Maple Leafs in the bottom of the 8th inning.
John Salazzo.
Now it's John Salazzo and the 3 juniors in the lineup for the Maple Leafs tonight. Gobert, Ken Washoe, both coming up. Would love to get a plate appearance. Still nobody out and 2 on for the Leafs. Aria looks in. The pitch to Salazzo. Just in. Check swing. Didn't go around. Last season, Salazzo hit .308. 6 home runs and 104 at-bats. Aria looks in. The 1-ball pitch up high again. Ball 2. A patient Salazzo finds himself ahead in the count. Salazzo over the last couple seasons has consistently found himself just over the 300 mark every year. He's got a hit today. Salazzo fouls it straight back. You can imagine that the short porch and right is on the mind of John Salazzo right now, but it's going to be tough to get it there. The wind is blowing right from that direction. Salazzo started out his IBL career with the Mississauga Twins and then moved to the Hamilton Cardinals and now the Toronto Maple Leafs for the last 3 seasons. Inside, 3-1. Hitters count for Salazzo. Aria looks in. He's in a hole. A pitch. Swing and a miss by Salazzo. He went up and got one that was probably out of the strike zone. And it's 3-2. Aria's pitch. Strike 3 called. Salazzo goes down looking. 1 away.
Second baseman, Tage Colbert.
Tage Colbert is the batter. He's got 2 runners on, and the junior could really use an RBI here, if not more. Outside for a ball. Mullen framed it. Thought he might have been able to get the call. One ball to Tage Colbert. High in the air, foul. It's going to go to 1-1. Some action in the London Majors bullpen now. It's Fernando Fernandez who's warming up. A 6'1" pitcher from Quebec. This one's popped up. Will it get out of play? Whalen gives it a look, but it's onto the hillside again now. 2 strikes on Tage Gobert. Names like Daniel Gore, Jordan Spring, Jared Lund, Braden Farrington. Potential guys we could see for the London Majors this year. Coming out of the bullpen. Aria's pitch. Oh, that was a nasty curveball, and he gets him looking. 2 away now, and what looked like a promising start to the inning seems to be going pitcher Aria's way. Nico Kenwasho needs to keep the line going if the Maple Leafs want to get this thing close before the 9th, and he hits one in the air. It's a high fly ball. Now coming is the right fielder. He makes the catch, and the Maple Leafs, after getting the first 2 on, are retired in order after that. They trail the London Majors on the opening day of Inter-County League Baseball. Cleveland Brownlee fouls off the first pitch here. It's the top of the 9th inning. Brownlee takes inside, 1-1. Cleveland Brownlee crushes one in the air to left field, and that one is gone. A solo home run for Cleveland Brownlee, the first of the season for the London Majors, and they're out in front 6-2. And that's classic Cleveland Brownlee right there, crushing that ball to left field, and he points to the Bushman on his way around third base, as that ball was demolished over the TD Trush sign in left field. That's exactly why Cleveland Brownlee's in the lineup. He can really get a hold of one.
Catcher Robert Mullen.
This one's popped up. It's going to go foul. It's a new pitcher in the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs, and we're working on finding out who that one is for you. This one's popped up again. It's on the infield. Salazzo comes over. He's got a play on it. He makes the catch. One away. Hit on the ground to first base. Fielded by Castaldo. Throw on to the pitcher covering. And now there's two away.
Right fielder Starling Joseph.
Starling Joseph with two away and nobody on. Just the Cleveland Brownlee home run. The only thing on the board in the inning for the London Majors so far. They lead 6-2. So Chris Nagorski is the pitcher for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He's got two away. Rudely greeted by Brownlee. That solo shot. Joseph at the plate. Nagorski delivers. Joseph hits one in the air. This one's shallow in center field. Coming in and making a good play on the run is Ryan Santos, and the Toronto Maple Leafs retire the Majors in the ninth, but they have work to do in the bottom half. Down by 4. We head to the Toronto bottom half of the ninth inning, trailing 6-2 from Dominico Field.
Ninth inning for the Maple Leafs, designated hitter Brady Sikornik.
Brady Sikornik leads things off, and Jose Aria in relief is going to try and pitch a fourth inning to try and close things out for the London Majors as they lead by 4 over the Maple Leafs in the ninth inning. Brady Sikornik, the leadoff batter, and Ryan Santos on deck. The pitch swinging and a foul back on the first pitch. Aria's been right around the strike zone all day today. I think the mindset for the Toronto Maple Leafs already, you can tell coming into this, is they're going to have to hit their way on. It's possible. We have seen comebacks from much greater depths than this at Dominico Field. Pitch, line drive, that one's down, and it's going to roll not quite to the wall. Racing for second base is Brady Sikornik. The throw, and he's in there just in time. A leadoff double for Brady Sikornik. And here comes Ryan Santos. Ryan Santos trying to keep it going here. The Maple Leafs need 4 runs in the bottom of the ninth. The first pitch in there for a strike. Aria looks in on Santos. Brady Sikornik is the runner at second base. Santos fouls it off down the left side. Up and away. Aria the pitch. Just upstairs. Blake Simpson is the batter in relief of Ryan Santos, another one of those junior players for the Toronto Maple Leafs. He swings and misses. Strike 3, 1 away. And the bottom of the ninth. Grant Tamane, the number 9 hitter. He has a single down the line today and some great defensive play as well out in left field. Carrington's on deck. Up and away. Aria made some kind of a signal to Mullen after throwing that pitch and then kicked out the dirt in front of the mound. I'm wondering if maybe he lost some grip on his landing spot. Swinging a ground ball to first base, and it's going to get down the line and by the first baseman, Whalen. Coming around to score the 3rd run of the game for the Toronto Maple Leafs is Brady Sikornik. And delivering what may or may not be an RBI single is Grant Tamane. Now the top of the order comes back up for the Toronto Maple Leafs with one away. Some action in the London Majors bullpen as well. Aria has already pitched 3 1/3 innings tonight. The pitch to Carrington. Up high. Oh, and that was the sign that Aria was making. He wanted another baseball from the umpire. Fernando Fernandez is back up in the bullpen for the London Majors. Aria's pitch up and away. Aria looks in. Here's the pitch. Right in there for a strike to Carrington. 6-3 Majors. The Leafs have a run in the inning. Count is 2-1 to Carrington. Carrington hits one in the air. This one's to left field, pretty deep, diving, and it's a foul ball. No, it's a fair ball down the line. Carrington rolls into second base with a double, and the Maple Leafs have something cooking here with the tying run in Castaldo at the plate. That ball must have hit the chalk on the line. In the outfield and just able to stay fair.
First baseman Jordan Castaldo.
And now there's a little bit of concern on the mound with the waning pitcher in Jose Aria. Fernando Fernandez looks ready. He's been up since a couple innings ago. Well, they're going to leave him in to face Jordan Castaldo. Good matchup for Castaldo. Can get to those balls up in the zone, and Aria has really been elevating his pitches in the last couple batters. Aria looks in. The pitch to Castaldo with 2 runners on. In there for a strike. A nodding Castaldo agrees with the call. Justin Mara on deck, and he's got a ton of power. Could tie this game up with one swing. Castaldo fouls it straight back. Aria looks in. An 0-2 count on Jordan Castaldo. Here's the pitch. Castaldo fouls it straight back again. These are the bats that the Maple Leafs want to have up at this point in the ball game with the situation that they're in. These are the RBI guys. Carrington's at second base. Grant Tamane is at third. Castaldo, the batter. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't, says the third base umpire. Now Mullins trying to check with the second base umpire. I don't think you can do that. It was close on the check swing, no question about that. It was a nasty breaking ball in the dirt from Aria. Big spot for the Maple Leafs here. 2-1 the count on Castaldo. Aria's pitch inside, 2-2. Two and two. Here's the pitch. Just low. 3-2. Full count. The first base is open, but I don't think Jose Aria wants to put the tying run on base with Mara coming up. Full count pitch. Aria delivers. Castaldo takes strike three called. A breaking ball over the outside corner came back in. Castaldo didn't like it. And now the Maple Leafs are down to their final out.
Catcher Justin Mara.
Justin Mara will want to try and get something in the gaps, maybe over the wall. But he could turn it over to John Salazzo as well, who has the potential to do the same thing. Jose Aria looks in. Swing and a miss by Mara. One strike on Justin Mara. The pitch. Up high, 1-1. It's been a great opening day here. Beautiful sunshine, and the Toronto Maple Leafs trying to make it extend a little bit longer. If Mara and Salazzo can keep it going. A big swing and a miss again. That was a breaking ball from Jose Aria, and the second time through the order that Aria is facing these batters, he's used that breaking ball. The Maple Leafs are down to their last strike. See if Aria goes right back to it in the dirt with Mara appearing to be in swing mode. The 2-1. Swing and a miss by Justin Mara. Foul tip into the glove. And the London Majors win the first game of the 2022 IBL season. There'll be more action on May 19th. But for now, it's the London Majors who move to 0-1 on the young IBL season in this rematch of the IBL finals from last year.
3 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors and 6 runners.
Andrew Lawrence, our player of the game tonight, 4 for 4, 4 RBIs, also scoring that run and making some stellar plays in center field as well. That's our player of the game, presented by Pennies. And we appreciate you tuning in here tonight on IBL Baseball on YouTube from Thomas West and the entire crew here at the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday.